vibrations are high. There's bass and treble flowing through the air. Happy Juneteenth, Ryan.
Happy Juneteenth, Easton.
So today we're back with a very special live recording, our second ever live recording of a podcast. This is Prairie's one and only podcast, newest, Beyond the Revolution.
Yes, it is. Yeah, we are coming live from the grounds of Prairie during our Juneteenth Jubilee. Last year, we also did a live podcast during our Juneteenth celebration, but this one's going to look a little bit different. If you are listening to this right when it comes out, it is, right after 4th of July, America 250, a lot of the celebrations will be over. So we're discussing what comes next. And we have some great guests on the mic to talk about that.
Yeah, let us just all.
I'm Gianna. I'm Maui. And we're kind of like plan this event. We're the co-planners. We're the current co-presidents. I'm graduated already, so I'll be leaving. Maui's going to be taking over next year.
Yep. So we have, our Fishers High School, our version of our BSU, Fishers Black Leaders. So we plan this event and a lot of others.
Mm-hmm. So y'all are so it's summer. Yes. And y'all are free, but you choose to come back and do this. What's the motivation there behind that?
I think because I've been a part of the club all 4 years and I've been to Juneteenth all 4 times. I think just seeing it come together and just having it just motivates me because if no one's gonna do it, someone has to do it. And I just think that it's such a beautiful day, and I just think that it's so rewarding. So I think that's just what keeps me going, especially after having graduated. It's wait, I don't want to do this, but yeah, it's the end goal.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, just knowing how effective, my first time going to Juneteenth, it felt like a life-changing experience. So being able to create that for other people, it really keeps me motivated.
Mm-hmm.
And how did both of you get involved with Fishers Black Leaders?
Okay, so I came in when I was a freshman, and I just went to the meetings. And then the following 3 years, I did leadership. So I've been in leadership for the past 3 years, and yeah, that's just how I've got involved.
It's honestly been the same for me. My sister, she's right above me, so we're 4 years apart. So right as she graduated, she introduced me to the club, and I just started going to the meetings, and I felt connected, and I kept going back.
Well, that is admirable, and we 100% support. So, do you want to go?
Well, I have a couple more questions.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm curious.
Go ahead.
So, is this your kind of culmination of the year? What other things does the group do?
Yes. Okay, so we have 3 major events. We have our Black Leadership Summit, which is basically where we have predominantly white high schools come together at Butler, and it's basically a day full of leadership. We have speakers who come and speak to them about different things, ranging from college to leadership to being Black and the Black experience. So we host that every year. This year was our 8th, so we do it again. It's in February. And then the second one, we have our Black History Month celebration. We have it at our school, and it's just a way to kind of celebrate. In past years, we've had step shows. We have drum circles and other things like that. This year, we host it at our school every year. We just have motivational speakers and things like that. And then it's this one, which is Juneteenth Jubilee, and we host it at Prairie, and yeah, it's a big thing.
Well,
yeah,
right.
So people may hear it in the background, but Juneteenth Jubilee is going on right now. What's happening behind us?
Yeah, so we have many vendors, over 50 vendors. We have food trucks, entertainment, bouncy houses, face painting for kids, just a range of events so that we target every single age group. We have a performer, our DJ, Mr. Kinetic, he's performing. And then we also just had the performance of the Black National Anthem from one of our students at our school. Mm-hmm. And so it kind of is copy-paste every year, but we have different vendors, different entertainment, everything there.
That was really good. We could hear it from here, and I was asking Ryan and Keith, I was like, is that a recording or is that actually someone singing?
Yeah.
That's how good it sounded.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
It's amazing.
Yeah, and it's free, open to the community.
Yes.
And huge turnout too.
Yeah.
Are you guys proud of how many people show up?
Yes, every year consistently it's been big, and so I just know it's sometimes it's hard to keep drawing attention back throughout the years, but seeing it every year how it keeps continuing to get bigger, it's just so inspiring, and that's one of the reasons why I kept helping.
Dang, I feel like we're missing out. I want to go out. We should go to the Jubilee, set up a booth out there, and do the podcast there instead. So I want to ask y'all, as young people, we're hearing a lot about America 250 and how excited we are about the 250th anniversary of our country, and we are. But it kind of brings up this question, you know, I want to know how y'all feel about just all this historical commemoration and like thinking about the future. Like, how do y'all think these historical events should be commemorated, if they should be commemorated at all? I want to hear y'all's thoughts.
Yeah, sorry. I think just moving forward, obviously our community of Black Americans and diversity in America is growing every year. So I think just as we move forward, we continue to celebrate events like Juneteenth or Black History Month, just so that we can continue to work with that audience that's growing of like diverse people. Because I know if you told someone about like 15 years ago that we were having this big of a Juneteenth event at Conner Prairie with so many people, I think people would be shocked. But as we move forward, I think just continuing to keep that diversity.
Yeah, I would say it's very important, especially to 50 years. Like, and just like it's important that people who look like us helped and create what it looks like today in our country. And like, I know 4th of July is coming up, and like we helped like in this and building a lot of things like that. So I think having things like Juneteenth, continuing to celebrate our Black History Month, and having events like that besides the traditional 4th of July or like things like that, I think is very important to show that many people helped make this possible and not just one group of people. And I think that's what we try to do in our events and in our club at school. So yeah.
Absolutely.
No, and I love this because it's coming from a museum standpoint. When we were like, let's commemorate history, it's like, let's go do a walking tour and learn about history. But this is very much different. It's like a celebration. It's a block party. It's an excuse to, you know, be in community with each other and, you know, just hang out and enjoy a nice day. And so it is much more like your traditional celebrations of, you know, 4th of July. And I think that's kind of cool. So
I agree. So then I will say, piggybacking off of that, like, okay, so y'all interact with history, and you already did kind of talk about this, but I want to know, like, how do y'all kind of see yourselves as you like, you interact with history, and then, like, do you see yourself in the history that you're encountering on a regular basis?
Yeah, I would say we do. I think this club has helped with that a lot, and like planning all of the events and being able to be like front row and like have our name tied to these events. I think it really helps. Like you said, seeing like myself in like the celebration or whatever. And so yeah, I think I am, and continuing to do things like this for other students and having them do it like behind me, like Maui, and then person behind Maui. I think that's also something that's important.
Yeah, and not only do we have these 3 events, we also have spaces in our school, and we try to maintain that with our leadership summit, spaces for people to come and talk about how we can move forward and, you know, become the future and lead other people into becoming something bigger. Discussions to talk about like problems that people face, how to move forward, and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. So have you seen, like, within your own like student body, are people starting to care about history more, you think, or just is it still kind of niche interest?
To be honest, I might say niche interest a little bit. I feel like, because obviously things are getting left out of curriculums and stuff, so I just feel like things regarding like learning and stuff, I feel like it's harder to get people to actually like attach to it unless you're in a group that like actually like targets that, like our club. And so I do think that there could be more of it. But I think, yeah, I mean, yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, and honestly, as we continue to like push schools to move outside of curriculum and teach things that are not usually taught, I think with time, yeah, people will become more interested. But as of right now, I think that is something that people look for themselves. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which is unfortunate.
So I am curious then, when was the first time that y'all remember hearing about Juneteenth? Like, what was your introduction to Juneteenth as a concept and as a holiday and then as a celebration, I guess?
Okay. I was probably really little. My parents were like very like keen on like letting us know our history.
Oh, they were conscious?
Yes,
yeah.
They I would say woke. Like my parents were extremely woke. And so like I've just always known about things like that. And so from a young age, I've always known Juneteenth and our history, how we started. Mm-hmm. So I would say a while. But yeah.
For me, it's honestly the opposite because I came from a Nigerian household, so my parents were not born here. Mm. So as they brought us here, you know, they obviously wanted us to become something big, but learning about events like Juneteenth, I wasn't exposed to that until like my sister was exposed to it in high school, and I think that is really important because I was not taught about Juneteenth in elementary or middle school. I honestly started hearing about it in high school.
So has that impacted the way y'all celebrate it now?
Yeah.
Like you think having those different, because those backgrounds are like very different.
Yeah. And I think my main thing is like everyone is raised differently, and there's a difference between like African households and African American households.
Yeah.
And they learn two different things. It's two different cultures. And so I think expanding and making sure that everyone knows it despite where you come from is so important. And that's what we try to do at our school, at our club, at these events, like just raise awareness about this type of thing in Juneteenth and how it's deeper and more than us at the end of the day.
I feel like that nuance is like very, like not deeply explored like it should be.
Yeah.
Like the nuance between like the experience between African households and African American households, and like how blackness is defined, especially by outside sources too, is something that we don't really talk about much.
Yeah.
I mean, I learned that working here more than I think I ever did growing up, which is too bad. But better late than never, though.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, and there's opportunities now to learn
Yeah.
as adults.
All right, we're springing a surprise now. So I'm going to ask y'all a random question that has nothing to do with any of this.
Okay.
All right, if you could swap places with someone for just one day, who would it be and why?
Does it have to be a specific person or like a kind of person, like a genre?
Just any person.
A genre.
Genre
You know
person.
what? I say keep it ambiguous. So it can be celebrity, not celebrity, genre.
Right. The first person who comes to mind is Beyonce, just because she's a billionaire, I fear. And she just has a lot of money. But I
So
don't
would
know.
you just spend money for your entire
Yes,
day?
like I just want to know what it's like to have that. Like I don't know what she does, but like I just want to know like how she buys things. I don't
Okay.
know.
Yeah, I would honestly say
Understandable.
like a musical artist. Like I want to know what it's like to go in the studio and record things, and just like your job is literally being yourself. So
Yeah. Yeah.
that
Yeah. That's
kind of
true.
thing.
Yeah.
True. I guess we have to answer now, don't we?
If you want to, we have to ask this question multiple times.
That's true. Okay, I'm gonna give my answer. I'm gonna give my answer once, so that everybody knows. I'm choosing Bruno Mars.
Yeah.
Bruno Mars has got the talent and he's got the longevity. I mean,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
man
that's
just sneaks out of wherever he's at, drops a banger, and then leaves.
Yeah.
And then
No,
we
yeah,
know that in
low-key.
like 5-10 years he's gonna come back and
Yeah.
do it again. So I
love
just
that.
want to see what being like that is like for just one day.
And this is just one day.
Yeah, just one day.
Then
Like a
I
nice-
would probably do a travel blogger. Like
That's so cute.
I
That's
do
really
video
good.
work and I love to travel, but I am nervous to combine the two in case it ruins one of the two for me. So if I do it, just try it for one day. Yeah, that'd be great. Awesome. One question that actually I have two questions. First one is, how do you go about, supporting the younger students in your organization to become the leaders one day of the organization?
Yeah, okay, so I know when I got there, this is something that I started implementing. And basically, we have like these different leadership roles. And what I wanted to do was have one senior, one junior in each of the leadership roles. So for our president positions, one senior, one junior, so they can do things together. And then when the senior leaves, the junior can take over. That's what me and Maui, it's kind of why we started. So I'm the senior, she's the junior, she's now senior. So like we did everything together, so she kind of knows how it feels. And so when I leave, she's able to take over, and then she's going to teach the next person who's under, and like vice versa. That's for all our positions. So we make sure that we can keep the events the same and have the same integrity of the events as well.
And how does it feel now that you're responsible for keeping that going?
Yeah, well, doing that honestly really helped. Like I'm feeling like pumped and ready to get started. And obviously there will be some challenges along the way. And then we have our teacher sponsor, so she helps a lot with keeping things like consistent and keeping things moving. But yeah,
Shout out the teacher sponsor. We're not
Miss
gonna,
Isom.
Miss Isom.
We're not gonna have her on the mic, but yeah,
Yes.
it's always great to have someone behind the scenes helping out.
Yes.
And then there's one question we ask all of the people who ever come on our podcast, and it can be related to the things we talked about. It doesn't have to be. But what is your guys' hope for the future?
Honestly, I just hope, I'm going to keep it simple, but I hope like things like the Juneteenth Jubilee and celebrations of Black excellence in culture just keeps going and grows. Like, honestly, I want it to become something like bigger. Like, I know we have some more Juneteenth stuff opening up in Indiana, like more events taking place, but if we could all just like combine and like become something bigger than what we are. Yeah.
I think the first thing that comes to mind is like voice, like our voices. Like now sometimes it's hard, especially with different things when it's like our voices kind of being like muted a little bit. But I wanted to like make sure our voices are still being heard throughout the years, and it wasn't just the people back then who were doing all the work, like Martin Luther King and like his people, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, those people, like they laid the foundation, but we have to keep going. And I just want to make sure that our voices are still being heard and even louder in the future.
Awesome. Well, thank you both. I know we have to rotate out.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is the awkward time. We're gonna have to rotate to the next group.
Yes, they're here actually.
That was a strong start. Spectacular.
Thank you so much.
You have a lot to build though.
Yeah. My name is Sondos Murtami, Sondos. Do you want me to spell my last name too? Mertami.
My name is Sienna Fowler, Sienna, and then Fowler.
All right, Sondos. Well, welcome, y'all. Thanks for stopping by. So we want to start by saying, like, you know, as younger folks, how do y'all feel about these big sweeping history celebrations? You know, like Juneteenth, America 250, like all these celebrations. Like, how do you think these anniversaries should be celebrated?
Definitely with the community and having them aware of these events, especially like today for Juneteenth. There's having the community show up and come and celebrate, you know. And it's just like everybody. It's not like just people of color. It's just like everybody coming to celebrate this event that we hosted.
Yeah, piggybacking off of her, I agree. Like the way we celebrate Juneteenth, welcoming it for everybody and making it a free event just makes it beautiful and enjoyable.
And it's amazing how many people are here. How do you get so many people? How do you make it a community event? How do you get so many people involved?
I feel like we try to do social media, like we partnership with like Prairie, so they post on their Instagram, put it around flyers, council, like we post it on the Fishers council page, like the mayor youth thingy, and post it about this event and just like social media and tell people and things like that.
Yeah, and even like on the news, Gianna and Maui, who were here before us, they made an appearance on the news talking about Juneteenth and talking about the event, and so yeah.
Wow.
So mainly social media.
Yeah,
Mainly
social media. I mean, it's where a lot is going on.
Yeah.
We actually had a young lady come in and just like take a picture with us, and then
She's like, yeah, I'm gonna post it on social media and we'll get people to follow you.
like thousands upon thousands of followers. I'm like, whoa, I didn't even do anything.
So what made you guys want to get involved in Fishers Black Leaders?
Well, mainly having older siblings in the club, but also like wanting to experience that for myself and wanting to know like how it works.
Sorry.
No, you're good. And how it works and just like giving back to the community and being part of like events like this.
Yeah.
Like my older sister would always tell me about Juneteenth. Like when I was younger, I never went, but when she was in high school, like she'd be like, "Oh, I'm going, blah 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 blah." I'd be like, "Oh, this sounds fun. Like I want to try it." And then I joined the club. Met Isa. She makes it fun, and the people around there.
Yeah, family does seem like a big part.
Yeah.
Yes.
For sure. So, okay, then that kind of leads into the other question of like, how did y'all first hear about Juneteenth, and then like, how did it kind of turn into a celebration as opposed to just another holiday?
I got Juneteenth from my parents, you know, and explaining like all the explaining black culture and black history that's happened throughout the years and stuff like that. And then definitely this event from siblings who attended this event and helped out before.
Like Maui said earlier, like when I was growing up, I really didn't hear about Juneteenth. Like I learned about it from my own and like my older siblings, of course, and just things like that.
Do you think being a part of this will change how you celebrate it after Juneteenth, specifically after you graduate and kind of move on from?
I think so.
Yeah. Definitely. I mean, it does give a bigger perspective on how many people like care about this holiday and stuff like that. And so, yeah, it's something that I will take with me forever.
That's beautiful. So do you often see yourselves in the history that you interact with? Because there's this, you know, everybody interacts with history kind of differently. So I just wonder, like, when you guys, like maybe what you get taught in school, do you kind of see yourself there? And then with your work, you know, very recently, do you see yourself more now that you have a little more of like control over the history you consume?
Yes, definitely, especially with this event, knowing that my hard work and dedication put into this won't go unnoticed, and knowing like other club members at our school who will be doing this event from now on, you know, will like remember like the kids from the past who have also done this, you know, event. So yeah.
Yeah, y'all leaving a legacy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what are your hopes for the guests that come to programs like this?
To just learn more and have fun and just enjoy the event, and just always come back next year with more people, and tell people about it.
I was gonna say enjoy it as well.
All right, Joy Corner time. We have a special question. Springing it on you. So so if you could swap places with an individual, anyone, for just a 24-hour period, who would it be and why?
Dylan O'Brien, just because I just love him. That's the first person that came to my mind.
Okay, great. Who is that again?
I'm trying to think of things have you ever watched Teen Wolf?
No.
Okay.
The
Maze Runner?
Oh, yeah.
Maze Runner.
He's
Is
Thomas.
he the main character?
Yeah, Thomas.
Oh,
yeah.
gosh, I'm
and I love the
uncultured.
Maze Runner. Like, I just love that movie series.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Is he relevant to your generation?
I feel like to a point.
Are you
Because
calling us
you guys
older? I
didn't
am.
know.
Like-
Yeah, because you guys
calling us
didn't know anything, so I feel like I guess so.
I mean, I know Maze Runner, and
I'm trying to think of something else. I feel like Maze Runner is probably the main thing you'd probably know. Yeah. So I guess yes to your answer.
okay, that's
Or
fine.
question. Yeah.
Do you have someone?
I'd probably say my mom, because nowadays she just talks about work, so I'm just like, oh, what could she possibly be working with? So maybe her.
No, that is
I like
a great
that.
answer.
Yeah.
Understanding my parents would be very helpful, I feel like, as I grew up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do y'all do every day? Well, we're seeing it beyond take your child to work. Did you ever do did any of y'all do take your child to work day? Is that a thing anymore?
I've been to work with my mom, I believe, once or twice.
Okay.
I've never.
Never. Wow. So it's like hit or miss, I guess.
Yeah.
Do you ever go with your parents to work?
Oh, all the time.
Oh, okay. Great.
Yeah. But it was never like an official thing.
Okay. Well, I think that's probably more like genuine. My dad always taught me that like everyone was nice on take your child to work day, and then they turned mean every other day.
Yeah.
So it wasn't genuine, but that's great.
All right. So we ask this question to everyone, but what is your hope for the future?
I think to get more people involved. Like every year we get a group of more people to come, and hopefully it will be more and more and more and more, just so they can enjoy the event and see our hard work.
Just raising awareness.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely more people. And like today, more volunteers. We were running around. Yeah, definitely more volunteers.
So do you have like a super like large scale goal for like America's future?
Hopefully to bring awareness, because I feel like other people in other cities probably don't do the things we do, and maybe like make it like worldwide. Not worldwide, but like America-wide. Like,
Yeah.
America
Countrywide.
And
Yeah.
Yeah.
Countrywide. Yeah, there you go.
yeah, and then have, young leaders
Yeah.
be the forefront of that is incredible.
Yes.
Yeah.
You said more volunteers. I'm curious, was it a lot of work to put this on?
Yes, especially with the wind and then setting up tents.
Yeah.
It was so hard.
Have you learned some lessons for next year?
Yes, definitely.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Yes, thank y'all. It was a pleasure.
Pleasure.
Yeah, I can go first.
Okay.
Full name?
Yes.
Chandler Phillips, ChandlerPhillips.
And then Yassine Fall, Yacine, and then fall like the season, Fall.
Awesome.
Great.
Cool.
Okay, so now that we just had a big America 250 celebration, like, how do y'all feel that these big events, like the founding of our country and Juneteenth and all that stuff, like, how do you think these things should be celebrated going forward and commemorated, if they even should at all?
I think it should be celebrated. For one, just breaking up your question there, it's important to recognize our history as Black Americans, just as Americans in general. It's important to recognize what has happened in the past so we can move on in the future, and so we can just continue to build what we already have. But also adding to that, I think when celebrating, I think it's important to recognize that it should be a moment of education as well. So not just everyone goes out for the 4th of July, hot dogs, everyone's on the boats, and fireworks are a big thing. And even for Juneteenth, the same things are happening. But I think even with that, it's important to note that it is a holiday. And so with that, there were a lot of things people had to fight for in order to make it the day that it is. So I would say, you should, of course, celebrate. It's a holiday. Enjoy your day off if you have it. But during that time, take the time to recognize the sacrifices people made to make today or the holidays what they are.
Wow, that was a really, really good answer.
I know.
Do you have an answer?
No, it's okay.
And so with, this happening at a museum, what do you think museum's role is in that kind of public education of history, especially when it comes to these things that it's so easy to just, go and celebrate, but not have that more nuanced conversation about the history. Well, actually, who cares about museums? What do you guys as the Fisher's Black leaders do or want to do for that?
I feel like just having more community together and just learning about it all together, because I didn't know much about Juneteenth. I actually learned about it here a few years ago because I came to a Juneteenth festival. I didn't know anything about it, but just seeing the community come together and realizing it's a holiday, and I did my research about it afterwards because it made me more interested. So having these events, it really just makes people more curious, I guess, of what the holiday is and what's it about.
Yeah. I would also, because I'm graduated, so I mean, there's not much I could really speak on as far as Fisher's Black leaders, but something that I hope to see to come, and as we evolve as a club and as an organization, is like Yassine said, just the community part. And I think the more we come together as a collective, as students at Fishers High School, and the more people we continue to get to join the organization and to be a part of it, the more people that show up, the more we have that community to where, like I said prior to this, to educate on topics that need to be talked about. Because even if you don't come to learn, I think it's an opportunity to spread awareness and also to get rid of stigmas and ignorance in a lot of different areas.
Yeah. And then as someone who's graduated, how has your experience in this club and planning this event, how do you think that's going to change how you celebrate Juneteenth in the future?
I think being a part of this organization, number one, it's a privilege because not everyone, let me take a step back. I think not everyone gets the opportunity to be a part of something this big, and especially planning it. And you do hear our name, Fisher's Black Leaders, and not just a Black Student Union. I think that says something. So being a part of it, it's been special. I've been a part of the club for 4 years, so since my freshman year, and I've just recently had a leadership position my senior year. So I've definitely been actively involved in the club, but just planning it and also seeing how much it has grown over the last couple of years and seeing hundreds upon thousands of people come to this event, and it continues to grow every year. Honestly, it just makes me feel more, for lack of better words, ecstatic or happy about what it's to come. But as far as me with Juneteenth in general, I think number one, I'm definitely gonna come back to this, even though I won't be planning it. It's still a great event. The kids do an amazing job putting it on. But I think it also goes to show that things like this take time. It takes effort, and they put a lot of time and effort into planning this event. We did a lot over the last couple of months, almost a year, because we start literally right after the Juneteenth Jubilee. So start planning for the next year. So when I go to college and do everything like that, I honestly hope to bring more people to the event because I will still be in Indiana. So just spreading more awareness, but also, I don't know, I feel like even just being a part of it has really opened my eyes to certain things that have happened in the community and things like that. So yeah, I would say for the most part though, just bringing more people here, but then also finding more celebrations on my own. And because this is not the only one in Indianapolis or in the central Indiana area. So yeah, for the most part, going and looking onward, but also bringing more people here and helping support what I help bring up.
Awesome. Do you want to add anything?
She took a break.
She's also like,
He's
she's a
going
junior.
into junior year.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fine. With this, I'm curious. Like, obviously, Juneteenth is a big deal, big celebration, but learning about this history, or even celebrating this history, isn't just like a one-day thing.
Right.
In what ways do you think the community? Obviously, we're a museum, so I'm gonna keep talking about museums. But like, in what ways do you want community organizations, cultural institutions like museums to be bringing up this history on a year-wide basis?
Do you want to start?
You can.
Okay. I feel like I'm talking a lot.
It's okay.
I think it's important to note, like, as far as Juneteenth, everyone thinks about just like the freedom of the slaves. Right. And I mean, that's essentially what it is. But I think, like I said before, there's so much backstory behind it because Juneteenth marks literally the last group of slaves being freed. It's not just like everyone was freed at the same time. It was a cycle, like it was a progressive thing. And before they reached Galveston, Texas, like that was literally the last moment where they realized they were free. And even then, they still weren't necessarily free. This is just a day to commemorate the I guess, said freedom of the slaves. So I think when different organizations and community groups are recognizing Juneteenth, I think bringing up that fact, but then also recognizing that that wasn't
The end of
it.
Yeah.
Right. Like there's still fights going on now. There was still slavery, but not slavery happening post Juneteenth or post the freeing of the slaves in Galveston, Texas. So I think that when thinking about Juneteenth, talking about that, but then also talking about the future, like what we're doing now, this is so good. I mean, discussion is everything. And like the more people that tune in and like talk about different things on these days, like doing podcasts, having open circles with the community, free speech for people to talk about different things, especially like history lessons, like different just things that are open for people to learn so people can really open their minds up. Because we live in such a world where people are very narrow-minded, so just opening that up. But I think for the most part, focusing more so, less on the general picture, but also being more descriptive as far as what it means, because people get lost in the fact that it's just the slaves, but then also focusing on what we can do in the future to commemorate that, and then just recognizing what's happening now as well.
Yeah.
Such a good point too, especially because like, you know, we have local ties to Juneteenth, and the fact that the 23rd Indiana Regiment, all black regiment, is you know, they were there in Galveston when they, you know, when they no, but they were there. And so like again, like we think about it like it's almost kind of taking the place of the myth about like the Emancipation Proclamation, where it was like, oh, they read it aloud in the village square, and all the slaves laid down their rakes and, whatever
we're all done.
miscellaneous farming tool they had, and then they went
yeah.
and walked to freedom. It's like it's different. So it is interesting though to know that like there's so many stories that go into why Juneteenth is even important, and then going off of that, like, okay, what does that mean for us today? So.
And I also will add that it wasn't like always a holiday.
Yeah.
It literally only became a holiday in 2021.
Yeah.
It's a national holiday. I mean, did we celebrate it as like Black Americans, yeah, we recognized it, but it didn't become a nationwide thing until 2021. So things like that are just very important to continue to bring up because the struggle is still happening to this day. So, yeah.
I just love getting the awareness out. I think it's really important to educate everybody of what's going on because, I mean, again, I really didn't know about Juneteenth till recently. And growing up with, like, my family, we're African, but they didn't know about Juneteenth either. So I feel like because we don't talk about it much in schools like other holidays, if we just talk about it more, get more events running up, I think a lot of more people will know about it. So, yeah.
So that's the call. Audience, both listening and watching, tell some people about Juneteenth, please.
Please do.
Text your friends, tell your dog.
Text your friends. Even repost on Instagram or
Yeah.
something. There's so many pages posting things about
There
Juneteenth.
is.
I mean, just to share or a post on your story
Yeah.
goes a long way to educate people.
Even in the notes, say happy
Right.
Juneteenth.
Yeah,
Take
that's
most.
true. It's so easy now.
Right.
really
Yeah.
is.
There's so many methods of communication.
Yeah.
So.
Well, gosh, I feel like y'all have answered pretty much everything we would have asked.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, I am curious, how did you guys get involved with Fisher's Black Leaders? Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I guess it's just like a pattern. I guess we just kind of got into the rhythm of it. I think growing up, because I've been in Fisher's my entire life,
Right.
it's a predominantly white school. Fisher's is a predominantly white area, even though it is diverse. But I knew that like going into Fisher's High School, I was going to be a part of a smaller community. But I didn't know like the magnitude of Fisher's Black Leaders until I was actually in it. Because like I said before, it's not just a BSU. There's a reason behind the name because we're trying to develop leaders, not just come together as a community. And that I think that goes to show like in all of the events that we plan. Like we have a Black Heritage Celebration. We also have our Black Leadership Summit at Butler, and that's huge. And we have a lot of Black student unions come together across the state or a lot of central Indiana schools. Also we have our Juneteenth Jubilee as present right now. But yeah, so when I joined, I was just a regular member, but I just kind of sat and I was just watching. But the way we all interacted, and I think it is very important to have that there, especially in a predominantly white institution.
Yeah, it's a support community.
Yeah, it's important to have that so you can recognize and like grow within yourself because it's easy to get lost in certain atmospheres where you don't feel like yourself, if that makes sense. So having that there and having just Fisher's Black Leaders there to kind of like help me grow and develop has really helped and transformed the young Black woman I am today. But then also just meeting new people. Like I would have never met Yassine if it wasn't for Fisher's Black Leaders. And I met her my junior year.
Yes.
It was my junior year. She was a freshman.
Yeah.
I kind of just adopted her. I'm like, that sounds bad, but like, it's okay. But yeah, I've met so many people, but not just people, role models. Like
That's true.
Yeah. I've met so many role models and people that I look up to, even though they're like graduated and doing their own thing. We still keep in contact and they're doing amazing things and just like they're living lives and doing things that I want to be doing in my future. So having that there and then also that community at Fisher's, I've really just loved that. I know that like over answered your question.
No,
But yeah.
do you think it's important to have like mentors that are so close in age?
Oh, yeah.
So important.
Yeah, it's very important.
Yeah.
I think more so than having mentors that are older in age, if anything.
Okay.
I mean, I think it's okay. It's important to have both because number one, if you have one that's closer to your age, you can actually interact on a peer level. It's harder to really get that connection with an adult who's maybe like a couple decades older. But I will say like it's important to have them as well because you have a different perspective on life and they've definitely lived through things that you can't necessarily see. But as far as having a peer mentor, you're thinking presently and they're also like just going through or just getting out of something that you would have went through. So that way like they have a fresh mind as far as what they have gone through and they can actually relay how they handled certain situations and got through different obstacles and circumstances to you. So I think both are very important, but having a peer mentor, in my opinion, has a lot of impact.
It makes you like realize like the dreams and wishes that you want, like someone right in front of you can do the same thing. Like the way that Chandler carries herself, that's how I'm trying to be. But it's really nice having that community. I met so many friends in there. Some girls, like, I'm doing their nails. I'll see them in the shop, like, how are you? Like, it's really nice to have that community. Yeah.
That was really good. Now I'm just sitting here thinking, like, do I have any mentors that aren't like decades older than me? Ryan, will you be my mentor?
I was gonna say I am sitting here, but that's fine.
No, sorry, I didn't mean it like that. Of course you're my mentor. It's just what you do is so much different than what I do.
Yeah, that's true. And I appreciate you also giving a shout out to your advisor as well, because having a advocate outside of your generation is also super like helpful when it comes with, you know, I'm sure dealing with other organizations or do you find well, first off, how often do you guys work with other organizations? I know you guys work with us, but for your other events, are you working with other community organizations?
Do you want me to answer? Or do you want to answer?
You got it.
Okay. We do. We
Yeah.
work a lot with other groups. I think, like for the Black Leadership Summit, for example, we work with Butler.
Oh, right.
So
yeah.
like a direct relationship with them because they hold the event. Like they give us the auditorium and different classrooms to educate and also build leadership skills among different BSUs. And they also work with the Fishers Arts Council to put on the Juneteenth Jubilee, and they've helped us a lot with that as well. But even then, just like also with other, I don't want to say other Black student unions, but with Black student unions across Central Indiana, we work with them quite frequently, even if it's just supporting what they're doing, reposting their things, if they have an event going on, just spreading the love, and they'll do the same for us if we have something going on, something new. But for the most part, it's like we kind of, I wouldn't say we're standalone, but we do work a lot and collaborate a lot with other organizations, sponsorship-wise, partnership-wise, etc.
And then I am also curious, what are your guys' roles specifically for like the Juneteenth Jubilee?
I run like the social media, so I did a lot of the advertising. So I made all the flyers. We just went to the farmers market, so we were passing out flyers over there. We passed out like 300. We had to like reprint more.
Yeah, I was gonna say, for people who don't know, the Fishers Farmers Market is kind of
a
huge.
It's huge.
Yeah,
it's really nice. Like it's nice.
There's so many goodies. You guys should check it
the
out.
food is really good. I like the cinnamon rolls. Shout out to
Ooh.
Oh, this
really
girl
good.
had like this. Shoot, it was like banana pudding matcha.
Yeah, it's
Fire.
There's so many like different goodies that you wouldn't expect to see at a farmer's market. It's not like just farmers.
Right,
I
and
promise, like,
it is a good place to like connect with community
Yeah.
members and spread awareness too.
So many
Yeah.
people were like asking questions about Juneteenth. Like they were excited about it. They're giving it out to their families. It was just beautiful to see.
I was also on the social media side, mostly the like actual digital media, so like the posts, templates, things like that. A lot was me, but I also just wanted to give next year's leadership a chance to come up, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So things like that. But yeah, that was kind of the role. And then we also have been here for a minute since before the event started. I think, since I've been here since 12.
Yeah.
Setting up, doing things, because it's like it's an all day thing.
Yeah.
So yeah. But even outside of that, it takes a lot of people, a lot of help to actually put this event on outside of our students. So like shout out our sponsor, Miss Isom.
Yes.
And
She's
shout
done a
out
lot of
to,
really great things about her.
yes. Yeah, she's an amazing woman. Yes. I'm definitely gonna reach out to her even though I'm like graduating. I'm definitely gonna keep in contact. And Les with the Fishers Arts Council, the executive director, shout out to her as well. And all the people at Conner Prairie. Cameron has been such a good help.
Cameron.
Keith too. Everyone has been amazing.
Yeah.
So, and it's helped us build over the years as well. So yeah.
Do you know how many years this has been going on?
This is the seventh.
7.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
So it survived COVID?
Yeah.
It did. It did. It wasn't always at Conner Prairie though.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Because it used to be like where the Fishers Farmers Market was. That's where we originally had
Is this
it.
like the third or fourth time?
I think this might be the fourth
Yeah,
time we've
fourth
had it
time
at Conner Prairie. But yeah, even since then, last year we had a little over 3,000 people show up, and that was almost like a 2-time increase from what we had the year before. So
Every day,
again,
every time it's just better,
Yeah.
bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And really just spreading awareness, and I'm so like happy that this has become such a
For real.
grand thing, especially for Fishers.
Yeah. We have so many beautiful Black businesses out there. We
Yes.
just tried like this sugar scrub.
Oh, it was really good, and my hands are
Yes.
so soft
I
now.
know.
Actually-
There's just so many things.
That reminds me, who are the vendors out there that you guys are bringing
Bunch.
in?
The one that we're talking about is CC Body Care. She has like, you can actually try the sugar scrub. We tried it. I
Yeah.
don't know. It tasted really good. I kind of just
Yeah,
want to
she
take
like
a
had
dart.
us taste
Oh,
it.
you actually?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought.
I mean,
No,
because
she, like,
it's like
put a little-
actual, like, it's edible. Like,
Yeah.
Because you would,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a
I
sugar
was like,
scrub.
wait, I
but,
want
like,
a bite
you
of
actually-
this.
I know, yeah.
And it
But-
made your skin super soft.
Oh,
I
yeah.
keep touching my hands like
I
this.
know, I was like, wow. I don't feel dry or anything. Because, you know, when it's hot, your
Yeah.
hands start to kind of get cracky. No, it's really
No,
good.
for real.
But food vendors, we have food trucks out there, even just people selling their own like baked goods. I guess that
Yeah.
counts as food vendors as well. Like we mentioned, body care. So lotions,
There's a lot of
oils,
jewelry.
lot of jewelry, which I love.
Are they primarily
Clothes.
local Black-owned businesses?
Yeah,
Local, as far as like Fishers, but also Indianapolis and
Yeah.
like a couple suburbs and cities outside. So like think of Lawrence, Brownsburg, things like that.
Yeah.
But
But
there's
I
a lot
definitely
out
learned
there.
about a lot of businesses here. I got,
Yeah.
I'm coming to CC Body Care.
Yeah, that was really good. Oh my gosh! But
Yeah.
yeah, there's a lot. There's a variety
Yeah.
of businesses, I will say. Yeah, and the majority of them are Black owned.
Yes. Yep.
Cool.
Well, then I guess we'll spring a surprise question then.
Oh, fun. Okay.
So if you all could swap places with one person for a 24-hour period, who would it be and why? Like Freaky Friday scenario.
With one person, for entire. Can
Well,
they like
I-
not be like real? Like it could be anyone.
Anyone?
He's kept it vague,
I was
but-
hoping it would be a real
real
person, but it
person?
doesn't necessarily
Oh,
have to
okay.
be like, he said like a travel vlogger. He didn't
Oh,
say a
okay.
specific travel vlogger.
Oh,
So you could
okay.
do that, but I was hoping it'd be a real person.
A real person.
Okay. I would have to say my favorite artist, Frank Ocean. Because he's just, I don't know what he's doing right now. People say they spot him in Tokyo or whatever, but he's just living his life. Yeah, I'd be him.
Okay.
Is he like originally? I was gonna say Olivia Pope.
No way, I like that. I like
But
that.
it has to be a real person. So it.
I feel like you
Jasmine
can do
Crockett.
TV show.
I would switch places with Jasmine Crockett.
And
I
could you enlighten me on who that is?
Yeah, she's a congresswoman at Texas.
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she is definitely a powerhouse. I like the way she carries herself, how she represents herself as a Black woman. She's like unapologetically herself, which I think is amazing, especially in this political climate. That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say Olivia Pope, but yeah, I think if I would pick someone, it would be her. Just by the way she carries herself and what she stands for, and what she represents. So yeah.
Maybe I shouldn't have said Frank Ocean.
No, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I said travel vlogger, so like,
It's okay. Yeah.
yeah. And then we have a question that we ask everyone on our podcast, and it doesn't have to relate to what we're talking about. It can. But what is your hope for the future?
Peace,
Peace.
education, love. Please. But for this event specifically, I just hope for awareness. I hope more people know about Juneteenth walking out of here than they came in knowing. Yeah.
I think just like in general, what I hope for the future, just mass education, like kind of like what Yassine said. There is like a very wide spread amount of ignorance in the world right now. And I say ignorance and not like stupidity, because people generally just don't know. And so I think if we continue to educate and try our best, like even as individuals, because a little goes a long way. Like just saying something, like if you see something that's not right, or if you experience something, speak your mind, go out and like enlighten people, because like I said, a little goes a long way. So I really hope that like education, like civil education, goes farther than what it is right now and expands. But also peace. There's so much going on in the world right now. There's so many wars. internally and globally. Domestically, I guess I should say, instead of internally. But yeah, I guess physical wars and also like emotional wars with people as well, mental health crisis as well. There's so many different things that not a lot of people talk about, which kind of goes into the education part.
Right.
But
Education can snowball and solve a lot of our
a
issues.
lot of the
Yes.
issues. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, some people are going to continue to do what they do, and we can't stop them. But the first thing to fight any battle, I would say, is to educate and enlighten. So that. But for the event, for Juneteenth Jubilee, I know it's like took a turn, but yeah, I just hope it grows. I love seeing what we've done with the event, and it, like we said, we didn't even start at Conner Prairie originally.
Right.
So I would love to see what this event can turn into as the years go on, and as we continue to have more vendors and more people show up, and it continues to be our big thing as Fishers Black Leaders. So yeah.
I hope it's something that people look forward to every Juneteenth.
Yeah.
I hope it becomes a tradition for many people.
Families,
Yeah.
people bring their families, their parents, bring their kids, and their kids grow up coming to the Jubilee.
Yeah.
And their kids bring their friends.
Make it a tradition.
Yeah,
A
exactly.
family
Yeah.
tradition.
And hopefully they join Fishers Black Leaders.
Yeah.
I hope they look
Yeah,
forward
if
to
they
it.
go to Fishers High School, they should totally join.
Yeah.
Or if they're
We're
going.
really cool, I promise.
Yeah, we don't bite. Yeah. But yeah.
Yes.
Excellent. Well, that was great. Did you have anything else?
I don't. Thank you guys so much
Thank y'all for
Thank
stopping
you.
by.
Thank
That
you
was
guys
great.
for having
Yeah.
us. This was so cool.
This is so nice. I didn't expect it to be like
I
this.
know.
I don't know.
I
I
thought
was
it was just
expecting
like
a little room.
Yeah.
But
No, I
this
mean
is
we were in a little room and
Yeah.
then we left.
We're live. We don't care.
okay.
It's live.
Oh,
This is so
Yeah.
cool.
but yeah.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much.
Of
Thank you.
course. Thank you for having us.
We're in Featherston Barn also for those of the viewers who don't know. It's the big red barn on Conner Prairies. And we do have the doors open, so that's why I'm swatting at bugs that are attacking me.
All right, and that's all for the guests we have today. I want to thank you, the audience, for sticking around if you've made it this far to the end of Beyond the Revolution. And also just like being a part of this weird way to explore America 250. It's probably different than a lot of the other ways you may have been interacting with it. So thanks for going along with the ride with us and maybe hopefully thinking about our country's history, how we celebrate it a little bit differently.
Yeah.
Well
said.
I have some sad news to also announce. Well, first off, let's celebrate one thing. Easton, here on the mic next to me, has been on 41 of our episodes, all the way back to This is Problematic, and then through This is Reclamation, and all the way through Beyond the Revolution. If you haven't gone back and check out our catalog of podcasts, please do. Easton is on every single one of them.
Every single one.
He's the consistency in tape. But sadly, after this season, Easton will be moving on and doing some more exciting things. So I just wanted to give a chance to really thank Easton for his work on this podcast, and the time and passion that went into this. And yeah, just it's sad to see him go, but I'm excited for what he has to do next.
Well, thank you, Ryan. You were an outstanding co-host. You don't give yourself enough credit, and you're a great boss. And I will say to everyone listening, watching, and everyone who was with me on this whole ride at Conner Prairie, thank you all. Y'all have really been a great blessing to my life. I'm gonna miss you all. It hurts to leave. But I'm gonna head on down. I'm going back to Cincinnati, and Cincy's home, and I'm not in trouble, by the way. This is a decision. I'm not in trouble, but yeah, no, this has been great. I mean, from start to finish, for everyone who's ever been to Conner Prairie, volunteered or worked here from August 2nd, 2021, all the way up until now. I just want to say thank you for kind of being a part of this part of my life. There really is no place quite like the Prairie. And that's why it's so hard to say goodbye, because I know that no matter where I go, it may not be the same vibe. I kind of like that no 2 days are the same, that there's some chaos, that there's some, there was some work to be done, but like, I'm happy with the legacy I've left here. Happy that I started the podcast. Shout out to Hannah and Zoe and Dr. Fletcher, and well, I could go on and on, but shout out to everyone, whether you're still here or not. And I love you all, and it's been great. And It's going to be great. And I'm excited to see what happens next. What happens next with this podcast? I'm sure it's going to be spectacular. And, whether that has Ryan in front of the camera or behind the scenes doing the audio work, it is going to be spectacular, and I know it. But much thanks. And part of my heart will always reside here in Fishers, Indiana.
Yes. We're very lucky to have you, Easton.
Oh, thank you.
And I guess I should do the sign off because you can't say until next time.
I can't say until next time.
So I guess you can follow us or you can catch this podcast wherever you get podcasts, Apple, Spotify, and also YouTube. Now that we are, live recording, please follow us on our social medias. You can find those on our website at connerprairie.org. Otherwise, see us next season for whatever we do. But until next time,
It's been a pleasure.